What is up, YouTube, and welcome back to episode 42 of the Chaos Daily. Let's get into it. Oh boy, I've had a long day. Can you hear it in my voice? I've been yelling at the computer. Do you guys do that when stuff just doesn't want to work and you're just like, dude, what the hell? All day long. And I've been listening to hardstyle music like all day. I've just been all day. I've been working on the Albatross wing, the wing sections, trying to get that done. I've got the aileron done. The rest of the wing is being a real butthead, like a serious butthead, a butthead of epic magnitude. A certain part of the wing will do exactly what I want it to do, no problem. Another part of the wing doing the same thing that I've done to the other part of the wing, it refuses to do that operation. Or I've tried like every trick in the book that I know to achieve the same goal from different approaches using different methods. Extrudes, booleans, shells, splits, you name it. I've tried all of them to try and get the result that I want. And it works for most of the wing. Like 70% of the wing, it's going to work, no problem. It's just this one little area right by the root where I've done something in a particular way. It's blocking me from doing anything at all to that area of the wing later on in the steps. So I'm probably going to have to go back through my whole list, go find... I'm pretty sure I know which operation it is. I cut out the hole for the servo and the servo wire channel right near the beginning of the operations in the list of operations, and I think it's that feature, that cutout, that little square opening on the underside of the wing with that channel. I think it's doing some screwy things. I don't know why. I mean, there's plenty of other cutouts and subtractions and stuff already in the wing before I got to that stage, but I think it's that one, and the way that it works or something about it doesn't like, the way that I created that thing, it doesn't like it. So I'm going to have to go back and get rid of that. And that's going to have a knock-on effect on all the things I've done, including the ailerons. I hope not. So yeah, that's going to be tomorrow's work. But let's jump into Inventor and I'll show you what I've got done so far. Yeah, you can probably tell by my voice, I am tired. Over 14 hours. 14 hours of just CAD and hardstyle. Yeah, I just wanted to get this done. I've been putting it off for so long, and I don't know. Now that I'm going at it, I just like, let's do this, yeah. And I got so far, so fast, and seriously, the ailerons, we're done in the first 3 hours. Ailerons done, 3 hours done, no problem. Started working on the wing. Oh my god, so bad. All right, let's jump in Inventor and have a look. All right, let's go over this real quick. Not really much to go over. So ailerons are done. They are broken up into 4 pieces. On the one side, there is a slot. On the other side, there is a little tenon. There will be this 3mm carbon fiber rod that will go through all of them, and this will be the hinge. In between each segment, there's going to be a sort of slot tab, the hinge thing that comes out of the main wing that the hinge goes through, so there'll be bracings basically along the whole length of it. Hole goes through the whole lot. There's internal bracings in here. I might increase those just a little bit. They're the same as what I've done for the ruddervator and the diagonal stabilizer that's printing at the moment. That's still going. That's got another 3.5 hours to go. Yeah, so that should be good. And then because the wing has a weird lofted shape, you can't just stack any of them in any order. You have to stack them in a particular order. I've created little like identifiers on them. So this one is the first one. Obviously, it's got a control horn on it. It's pretty hard to miss. That one has to go here because this is where the servo mount goes. That's where the servo hole thing's supposed to be, somewhere over there. And then next up, we have a circular cutout here next to this tenon join. So I've got a circle cutout in this one, and then in this one I have a triangle cutout, and then in this one I got a square cutout, and then obviously this is the last one, so nice and easy. So we got circle, triangle, square. Increase in geometric shapes. Instead of putting like 1, 2, 3 or A, B, C, I thought having the shapes would work better. And then it also adds a drain hole for the resin printing to operate better. So yeah, that's the ailerons done, and as you can see, I'm slowly but surely going through the process of cutting in the ribs and adding the ribs, the cutouts for all the spars, joiners. I've got the layout of all the different spars, all the carbon fiber tubes and stuff that I want to use. I've got that layout already sort of worked out. These red lines are where some extra carbon fiber rods are going to go in, and where the purple lines are, that's where each segment of the wing is going to be split. So I'm going to print them in 150mm sections. I've found that 150mm is about the sweet spot for printing, because anything over 150mm that you're looking at like over 27 hours printing. So around 150, that's like 24, 25 hours, I think, if I remember. It depends on the settings, but yeah, so that's sort of my sweet spot, 150 mil tall. I could probably get away with printing stuff lying flat, but then I deal with other issues that I don't really want to get into. So yeah, just 150 mil is fine, and this is where the layout of all the spars going. You can see here, this is the 500 mil long carbon fiber rod for the hinge, and then I've got some extra rods and stuff laying out about. I've got them all on the floor with a tape measure laid out. So I can figure out where I want to put what, going through which section, how which section is going to be joined to what and all that. And I did all that before I started cutting all the ribs. But now that I'm getting into cutting all the ribs, it's... I mean, just look at this. Cutting the ribs for all of these segments, and then there's all of these other pieces that I'm going to use to hollow out the ribs to make it even lighter. That all worked fine. All of these, all the way up to here. And then it's here where you see this line, I was going to split this section and that section. Then that would, it's exactly what I've done for the other ones. But for some reason, something that's going on here with that servo area thing that I mentioned, it doesn't want to split on this line. Now I've split the ribs, right? So I've got the solid for the ribs. I've split this, right? There's one on this side and then those on that side. That split fine, which I don't understand because those ribs are pulled off of geometry from the same root geometry. They're pulled from the same thing, which is this, and the only thing that was different is that those ribs didn't include the cutout for the servo area. See how it just goes straight? There's no cutout here. So that's what led me on to believe that, okay, maybe there's an issue with that servo cutout and that's what's causing it. So now I have to go all the way back in here. I think because before I started recording this, I hit delete on all the features to create that servo mount and sort of just left it alone to figure it out because it took some time to calculate. I think it worked. I thought it was going to crash and enter or not work or spit out an error and say I can't do it, but it looks like it did it, so phew, it didn't destroy anything else. Thank God. Okay, alright, well I've got more work to do then, so yeah. So there you have it. I've got more work to do. I'm got to now edit this and again upload this so that it can schedule for tomorrow. What time is it? It's not midnight yet. So yes, I'm scheduling this one for tomorrow so that I can now be a day ahead of my things. I was starting to get later and later with the episodes, so this one will be out on time tomorrow because I will upload and schedule it for tomorrow, and it won't be just me doing it whenever I wake up and I've got stuff done. So yeah, we'll leave it there for this episode. I hope, hopefully... Yeah, just giving you an update of what I've been up to. Like I said, I'm working my butt off today for 14 hours plus, and I'm going to put another couple of hours. Oh, I've got to stay up until that print finishes outside. So at least another 3 hours work on this. So yeah, I'm going to just go at it. And yeah, this is normal for me. Sometimes I just cram work for, 2 days straight. It happens. All right, so... make sure you hit the like button, make sure you're subscribed. If you're not, go check out my Patreon if you can, it'd be super helpful. And as always, I've been Chaos, and until next time, expect the unexpected, and I will see you guys later.
And a special thank you to all my patrons that help support the channel. If you would also like to support the channel, there's a link in the description.